Yeah. Oh, the nigga missed. Man, what y'all got going, man? I'm sitting here watching this play-in game. It's almost at the end. Pelicans and Clippers. Oh, here we go. My shit tripping. Let me get this shit back on here real quick. Y'all, hold on. Snax on Sportz, though. I'm back with another one, man. Like I said, I'm sitting here watching this Clippers Pelicans play-in game, and it's a good game. You know, play-in action been pretty good. You know what I mean? It's like it was good last year. You feel me? Because it's essentially the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's the intensity is high. It's real playoff atmosphere type vibes. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what a nigga want to talk about. You feel me? Because man, this shit crazy, bro. So what I wanted to address, you feel me, on this episode of Snax on Sportz. This probably ain't gonna be a long video. I'm probably gonna do another one right after this. So I got a few little topics I wanna run down on. But playing games been cool. They been entertaining. High intensity, high energy. Like I said, it's playoff level basketball, and it's intriguing to watch. You know what I'm saying? The game's just coming down to the wire. Right now, we got the New Orleans Pelicans up 103-100, 16 seconds left. Pelicans up 3. Clippers got the ball, so it's coming down to the wire. But this is my thing, though, cuz. With this playing shit, right? Now, the play-in shit was cool, I feel like, for the pandemic and, like, you know, that first little year that they had it last year. Now, it came back to bite us, my team, the Warriors, you know what I'm saying, last year, because if not for that motherfucker play-in, we in the playoffs. We was the AC. You know what I mean? If y'all remember, only 72 games was played last year because it was the year after the pandemic season, after the bubble season. You know what I'm saying? So it was 72 games because they was trying to crunch shit together and also be able to get back on track for this season going forward. You know what I mean? So 72 games. We went 39-33 last year. 6 games over 500, and we was the 8th seed in the Western Conference after starting the season out putrid. Okay? Really bad. You know what I'm saying? We looked like a lottery team, you know, at the beginning of the year last year. But as the season went on, our young players started getting more acclimated to what they needed to do, how to contribute. And then Steph went supernova. You know what I mean? So, but we was the 8th seed. So in any other normal NBA season, we would have played the Utah Jazz, who was the number 1 seed last year. But because of this play-in shit, okay, we was the 8th seed. We had to play the Lakers, who was the 7th seed. Should have won that game, but we ended up losing at the down the stretch. And then we had to play the Grizzlies. So when you're the 7th or the 8th seed, if you lose, then you get one more game. You get to play the winner of the 9 and the 10th seed. So last year the Grizzlies was either the 9th or the 10th seed. They won their game. We lost ours. So then, you know, we had to play the Grizzlies, and whoever win that game is the 8th seed. And it's just kind of like So if I'm the 8th seed and I got a better record than the 10th seed or the 9th seed, if they beat me in a play-in game, they get to go to the playoffs. Like, if 82 games ain't enough to 82 games, an 82 game season should be enough to determine who should be going to the playoffs. You should need extra games after you done already played 82 to determine, who's the top 8 teams to go to the playoffs in each conference. I mean, that's just some bullshit. Now, like I said, I understand they was doing it for, because of, what was going on with the pandemic, and it was all, and then there was already talks of some other little in-season tournament shit, you know what I mean, that they've been thinking about doing and all of the other shit. So it was just a reason and a way for them to incorporate just something different or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not like the games is interesting. The games is good. So that's not the thing. But it's just like, man, it do seem kind of unfair for the teams that are the 7th and 8th seed to have to like the 9th and the 10th seed. You don't deserve it after 82 games. If you the 9th seed or the 10th seed, you don't deserve a chance to go to the playoffs, bro. 82 games is enough. If you couldn't do it, do it in them 82 games, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my stance on that. However, the games are, have been good this year and last year. So, after me saying all that shit, before I found out some fucked up ass news about this play-in, I was kind of, in favor of keeping it, even though, like, at the end of the day, like I said, it's not the 7th and 8th seed should be in the playoffs. You shouldn't have to play the 9th and the 10th seed. You know what I'm saying? But just for the sake of the games being interesting, you know what I'm saying? I was almost like, hey, we might want to keep this rocking, right? Until I found out this tidbit of information. And this is really the whole reason why I'm doing this episode right here. Bruh, the play-in games don't even really count. Like, they don't even really exist. Because the stats don't go for nothing. They don't count for nothing. Now, that's some shit that I don't know. I'm knowledgeable about everything, all sports. Like I said, the play-in is still fairly new. So I didn't realize that. I'm thinking that these play-in games, all the stats and shit go towards players' career stats and win-loss records and all that type of shit. But it don't. And that's some motherfucking bullshit right there. That's some bullshit to the motherfucker right there. Now, it was already kind of shaky as far as like, because they hadn't determined, what exactly is the play-in games. Meaning, is it a part of the regular season? Is it a part of the postseason? What is it? Is it an extension of the regular season at the end, or is it a pre-playoff? Or what the fuck is it? So, and I guess it ain't. They haven't determined that yet, and because they haven't determined that yet, and ain't really clarified, what the fuck it is. Then basically, these games that's being played is basically like exhibition games. So these playing games, motherfucker go for 100, score a single player score 100 points in a game. That shit don't even count. It's like it didn't even happen. That's some fucking bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit right there. You feel me? And the thing is, with me, the thing is with me is that I didn't know that. I'm thinking I mean, these games got to count. I mean, you know, at least, like the stat, like, and the reason why I'm saying this, bro, is because I'm putting myself in the shoes of NBA players, right? Like, if I was in the NBA, you know how motherfucking mad I would be if, you know, if my team, you know, had to, you know, play in a play-in game, and the fucking, you know, and I go for, you know, and I score 40, 50 fucking points, and the shit don't fucking count. Like, my stats don't go towards.
Hey, dude, we can't have fun. We can have fun. Requisite with, like, I'm with you, I was gonna say, you was gonna say it, and I can't.
You know, my stats don't go towards my career stats. You know, whatever numbers I put up in these playing games don't go towards my career stats. Like, that shit don't, that like NBA. Y'all got to do something about that. Y'all got to fix that shit. That shit don't make no damn sense. On my mama, that don't make no damn sense, because like, for me, just get rid of this shit then, bro. Because the Nets was just in the play-in game this year, right? Because of, you know, injuries, you know, throughout the year. KD got injured at one point of the season right before the All-Star break. And I think he was out like maybe like 15, 20 games or something. But in those 15 to 20 games, nigga, they won like 2 games out of them 15 to 20. You know, so with KD being hurt, Kyrie being in and out of the lineup, and just all the, you know, James Harden getting traded and all, you know, Ben Simmons is there. With all that shit, they ended up, you know, probably not having as many wins this year as they would have or should have had if they would have been able to, you know, stay healthy all year or most of the year, or, you know, and the whole vaccine mandate shit, you know, regarding Kyrie, you know, wouldn't have been there, as far as like if he would have been able to play the whole year. He's able to play now, but that just happened, you know what I mean, recently within the past couple of weeks to a month, to where whatever happened in New York City with the new mayor, and he's allowing for athletes and entertainers now, if you're not vaccinated now, you can work at these venues and all this shit. So now Kyrie's able to play. But anyway, they was in the play-in game, right? Let's say that KD got hurt in that play-in game. But they win the game. But he got hurt and he done for the postseason. Like, in a game that don't even count. In a game that doesn't even count in the history books. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm not trying to, man. Nah. If I'm gonna get hurt, I want to get hurt in a fucking game that count. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't NBA. This is not very smart what y'all doing here. For one, the games don't count, so the stats don't count. For two, you can have a player playing in this meaningless game that don't count towards shit, get hurt, and then they team win and they go on, and now they whole fucking postseason is ruined, even though they moved on to the next round because one of their key players got hurt in a fucking meaningless ass play-in game that shouldn't even been there from Jump Street, that he wouldn't even got hurt in if it was the traditional, you know, 1 seed through the 8 seed, the top 8 teams in the conference make the playoffs, and it's just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? And then thirdly, if I'm a 7th and 8th seed, I can possibly miss the playoffs because had one bad game against a team that won less games than me throughout the whole 82 game season. Like, nah, bro. Like, this don't even, it does add intrigue, to the season, to the end of the season, right before the playoffs. The games are, it's NBA games, and they basically playoff level games. So a nigga gonna watch, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't think, I just don't think overall that it makes sense to have these play-in games because the shit don't even count. This shit don't even count. Like that don't make like my man. I damn near wouldn't even want. I'd be like, I'm not. If I was on the team, I'd damn near be like, bruh, I don't even want to go off this game. If I go off and have this great historical ass game, it don't even go in the record books, bro. It's like it didn't even happen. You know what I'm saying? So Adam Silver, you need to get on your motherfucking job, you peanut head ass motherfucker. Get on your motherfucking job, boy. Sipping this Moscato too. So the Pelicans won. The Pelicans won the last play-in game. You know what I mean? So the Pelicans are the 8 seed. Pelicans just beat the Clippers. The Pelicans are the 8 seed, and they will go on to play Pelicans. Congratulations. You are the 8th seed. You know what your award is. You know what what your prize is for getting the 8th seed. The motherfucking Phoenix Suns. Bitch ass nigga finna get swept. On some real shit, Pelicans shouldn't even be in the playoffs, bro. They not good. That's what I'm saying. This play-in shit, they shouldn't even be in the playoffs. And now a team like the Clippers, who had a better record than them this year, they don't make the playoffs, and a team that had a worse record than them does because of this fucking play-in shit. Nah, bro. At first I didn't like the play-in. Then I was, like I said, I was kind of iffy on it, like, the game's kind of interesting. It's fun to watch, and then I found out that the games don't count. The points don't count. You know what I mean? The stats don't count towards nothing. Nah, get rid of that shit, bro. Get rid of that shit. So, yeah, my final say so is I don't agree with this play-in shit. I don't agree with it at all. Do you know what I mean? They probably gonna keep it. You know what I mean? Just because it's good feedback on it and all of the other shit as far as like the games itself. Not good feedback as far as everything surrounding it, as far as all the shit I'm talking about. But the games in itself, you know what I'm saying, are they fun to watch, intriguing, interesting. So that's pretty much it, man, on this one. I just feel like they should get rid of the play-in because, like I said, the games don't count. None of that shit count. The stats don't count towards nothing. They don't go towards your career stats. Nothing. And you just out there wasting energy, wasting breath, putting yourself at risk to be injured and all that other type of shit. All, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I ain't really with that. So that's pretty much it on that. NBA, y'all need to get rid of this motherfucking play-in shit, man. Just get back to the regular, you know what I mean? 1 through 8 seed, the top 8 records of the league make the playoffs from each conference. Eastern Conference, Western Conference. Just leave it like that, bro. Them ninth and 10th seeds, they don't deserve shit. They don't deserve shit. You had your chance. Nigga, you had 82 games to prove your point. And you didn't do it. And now y'all want to give these niggas more chances at the end of the year. And then because in a one game, now, for example, the Clippers and the Pelicans, right? Let's say if they played in a 7-game series, the Clippers probably beat them in a 7-game series. But in one game, the Pelicans could, you know what I mean? And that's the reason why I feel like it's unfair to the teams that, played better throughout the year, but have to succumb to this play-in shit. And now the Clippers is at home, because of it. So. But they need to put it somewhere, meaning they need to place these playing games either as a part of the regular season, an extension of the regular season, or like a pre-playoff or something. It needs to be a part of something. And me preferably, I think it's a part of the postseason. You know what I mean? Because once you play 82 games, you play 82 games. The regular season is over. That's it. So these playing games should somehow be a part of the the postseason. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they're gonna do it. That ain't my damn job. I don't get paid, for it. So I don't know how they're gonna do it, but that's what it need to be. You know what I'm saying? Play-in games need to be a part of the playoffs. I don't know, how they want to, kind of what they did is kind of similar to like what March Madness did. Y'all know March Madness got 64 teams that goes to the dance. You know what I mean? That goes to the tournament every year. But now they've added this shit where there's 4 more teams, 65, 66, 67, and the 68 team. They play each other and some shit like that. Like the last 2 spots is open or some shit, and they got to play extra games to determine who gonna get those last 2 spots and all of those other shit. And so the NBA basically kind of just bit off that. You know what I'm saying? I thought you the NBA. I thought you supposed to set the precedent, nigga. Let me hear what this nigga saying.
So it's most disappointing for those guys in the locker room who fought in the club all year and then have to end like this. But we got to hold our heads high, some great things to be proud of. And, get ready, keep rebuilding.
It's Ty Lue talking.
But we're not disappointed all these guys in the locker room. Like I said, every single night, they gave me everything they had. Our coaching staff was phenomenal, all year long. And just making sure guys were ready all year and stayed the course. No matter if you played 10 games, missed 10 games, we plug guys in, guys were ready to play. And so that's the culture we want to build here. That's the culture we want to set. And I'm just, I'm happy and proud of our guys for the season that we was able to overcome, all year long.
How do you guys do it with free agents? Is this roster like, is this something you want to see come back next year and try to go?
Everybody.
That's Ty Lue talking. Just got eliminated and shouldn't have been. Just like earlier today, Atlanta and Cleveland. Atlanta was the 9th seed, 10th seed. Now, their record was only 1 game worse than the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland kind of tailed off a little bit towards the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? They had an overall good year, though. And but I just feel like Cleveland deserved to make the playoffs this year. And, for one, because they had a better record than the Atlanta Hawks. Even if it's 1 game, they had a better record. You know what I'm saying? So they had a better record. And they just I feel like they overall had a better season than Atlanta because they Atlanta didn't. The Atlanta Hawks did not play up to the level of where the expectations were at for them this year. You know what I'm saying? They made an appearance in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And this year, they barely made the fucking playoff. They probably, like I said, they probably shouldn't have made the playoff. They was the 10th seed. They was either the 9th or the 10th seed. So, and, Cleveland was winning this game, for the most part. And then I turned and looked up and shit, it was tied up. And then they was down. Trae Young went crazy in the second half. But, I just overall feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers, they started good and they maintained that throughout the whole year up until probably about All-Star break. And they still had some dope wins or two, but they tailed off a little bit and had a few losses, probably played about 500 basketball the last 20 or so games of the year. And it dropped them in the standings because at one point the Cleveland Cavaliers was like the 4th, 5th seed. You know what I mean? They wouldn't even have to be in no fucking play-in. But they end up dropping all the way down to where they was they end up being either the 7th or the 8th seed. So they had to play the play-in. And they was the 8th seed, yeah. And the first game was against the Nets. And I knew they wasn't gonna win that game against KD and Kyrie. Played them well, but ended up losing. And tonight I thought they would win. And it looked like they was playing like they wanted to win. And then Trae Young took over in the second half. So, but that's what I mean. The Atlanta Hawks shouldn't have even had a chance, bro, to even get in the playoffs, man. If that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cleveland Cavaliers had a better season. So, NBA gonna do what the fuck they want to do. Adam Silver, man, rest in peace, David Stern, man. I miss David Stern because he was stern. Adam Silver, you trying to be too player friendly. You know what I mean? It's cool to be player friendly, but not too player friendly. Like these motherfuckers feel like they can just run over your little scrawny ass. You wasn't running over no David Stern. David Stern was letting it be known, like, hey, shut the fuck up, boy. I'm running this shit. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck go who in this motherfucker? Even you, Michael Jordan, shut your bitch ass up. I'm the commissioner of this shit. You feel me?
You saw Markkanen connect. You saw Darius Garland connect. And Garland's got himself, man, cool stuff.
Darius Garland, man. I really just now started paying attention to him this year. He
was there, but wasn't as effective as he has been.
He done his thing.
11-3, 4-for-4. I love that.
Yeah, man. Cleveland, right? Look, they up 39-29 in the second quarter.
Hawks trying to fight back from a 36-25 first quarter deficit. Well, they couldn't do a hurdle artist. There's red velvet there. There's red velvet there, Chef.
Oh.
Yeah, we did. He would have tore that rim down if he had 2 good hands. Markkanen connected on 5 triples in the first half and 17 points at the break.
Cleveland should have won this game.
And then this. Clint Capella. Evan Mobley down. They reviewed it. Said it was not a flagrant one, but the story on the play was the hyperextended right knee of Clint Capella, who was done for the night.
Clint Capella,
At the break,
that might not be good for the Hawks going forward. He had one of them KD injuries, nigga, when the motherfucker kind of like rolling to your knee and your shit kind of like hyperextend the back, the wrong way. That nigga shit was like this and went back, nigga. That shit ain't good.
especially in the third quarter. In the second half.
Trae Young, you little motherfucking Steph Curry wannabe. You ain't Steph Curry, my nigga. Get your own fucking style. That's the only reason why I don't like this nigga, bro. I can't stand nigga. This nigga's a carbon copy of motherfucking Steph Curry. And he wonder why he don't get as much looks as a motherfucker like Ja Morant or Luka Doncic. Nigga. Cause you copying a whole other nigga. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? Nigga, you can put up all them points you want, my nigga, but all they gonna say is, dog, you Steph Curry, son.
Darius Garland with a 2-point answer. 3-point game. And then with the lead, one. Yeah, Mark can't guard him way out there. They're awful defense.
Like Trae, I don't like Trae, like
Trae Young and the 38.
Like
as the Hawks come from behind. This was the 18th time this year.
Man, y'all niggas gotta they gonna do that nigga Trae Young. How they be doing Steph? He ain't gonna be able to figure that shit out like Steph do. You know what I'm saying? When they be guard that nigga crazy and shit, 3-4 niggas and all that.
These guys train and our players are built for moments like this. You know how these guys.
Oh, shut your bitch ass up, Nate McMillan. Your ass ain't built for a motherfucking thing, nigga. You soft-spoken motherfucker. Nah, I fuck with Nate McMillan. But yeah, though, that's about it, man. I'm done with this one. Snax on Sports. I'll be back with another one. Y'all niggas share, like, subscribe, tell a friend and all that, man. And we gonna do it like that.
I work hard, man. The first half and second half. In the second half, he had 32 points on 10 of 14 and 4 of 7 from deep. After that first half, 6 points on 3 of 11 and 0 for 4 from the promised land. And the Hawks shoot 55% in the second half. 13-1 in points off turnovers in the second half, and outscored them 56-40 and won the game 107-101. Shaq.
I'll be back. I'm done. Adam Silver, get rid of that motherfucking play-in shit. Get rid of that shit. It's no reason. The motherfucking points don't even count. That's probably the reason why now I see why KD didn't go crazy in that motherfucking play-in game. I need to just let Kyrie go crazy. Nigga, yeah, you go crazy, nigga. I ain't gonna do all this shit, nigga. This shit don't even count. You feel me? I'll come in and make a if the game get close down the stretch like it did, you know what I'm saying? Then give me the ball, make boom, boom, boom. Make a few shots. You know what I mean? Just to keep, give us that cushion and bag them niggas up off of us. Other than that, Kyrie, you do your thing. And that's exactly what happened. The game, the Nets was controlling the game. Cleveland, got close. They got it down to 5 or 6 points at one time. Because the Nets was up by 15 and 16, 17 points, some shit like that. You know what I mean? For most of the game. Most of the game, they was up by 10, 11. You know what I mean? And then, but at one point, they got up by about 15 and 16. But at one point, the Cleveland Cavaliers got it down to about 5 or 6 points. And it was in the fourth quarter, probably about 4 or 5 minutes left. KD said, give me that motherfucking rock, dog. Give me the motherfucking rock. Let me go to work. He came down 3 straight possessions. Boom, boom, boom. Buckets. 3 buckets in a row. Them niggas down there, I think out of them 3 possessions, they probably scored 1 time. So, the score went from a 6-point lead back to a 10-point lead. Now it's 2.5 minutes left. Game essentially over. know what I mean? So, but KD, he wasn't doing all that shit. He was like, nigga, if I do all that shit, the points don't even count, nigga. I ain't finna go crazy. Fuck this play and shit. So yeah, I'm going, man. I say get rid of the play in because it don't, it don't count. Stats don't count, and players can get hurt. You know what I mean? And we don't need that. You know what I mean? We want motherfuckers going straight from the regular season to the playoffs, not from the regular season to some imaginary shit that ain't even really here, and then to the playoffs. Because this other shit that's in the middle, this imaginary shit, it's imaginary, but I can get a real motherfucking injury. You know what I'm saying? And then my team lose that game because I got hurt. Or what if I get hurt at the end of the game and it's like the fourth quarter, but we got control enough of the game to where, like what happened to Kobe in 2013 when he hurt his when he injured his Achilles, when he tore his Achilles. Okay, against the Warriors. Tore his Achilles, he was balling out, you know what I'm saying? This was when the Warriors was rising. Mark Jackson was still the coach. It was about the fourth quarter, and Kobe was going crazy, and then he got hurt. Went down, made the free throws, but had to go out the game because he tore his Achilles. But it was at a point of the game, but they had enough control of the game to where when he got hurt, they were still able to maintain. I think he got hurt, probably hurt with about like 3 or 4 minutes left in the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like that. You know what I mean? Let's say KD would have got hurt with 3 or 4 or 5 minutes left in the game, but the Nets is in control of the game, so they end up still being able to win. You know what I mean? But now they ain't got KD going forward because he got hurt in this fucking non-existent ass game that don't even count for nothing. So I'm gone, man. Adam Silver, you need to fix that shit, boy. Joe Pee Wee Herman looking ass.